Let's talk a little bit about the offense. Michael mentioned one of the standout parts of this team, as we all know. We got Bryce Harper, Daniel Murphy, and Ryan Zimmerman all performing. Who's the MVP, though, of this offense?
Wow, that's a great question, Alexa. Early, it would obviously be Ryan Zimmerman. I mean, he was hitting 400. His on-base percentage was up around 500, hitting the ball out of the ballpark, going right center, left center, you name it. And Ryan probably still right there with Bryce. To me, it's a three-player toss-up, maybe four. I'm not real big on the pitcher MVP thing. I know Kershaw did it a couple of years ago, and I grew up in St. Louis watching Bob Gibson, and he did that. But I usually go toward the everyday players when it comes to MVP. But I got to give Max Scherzer at least an honorable mention because he's our stopper. He's going tonight. He's looking for win number 11, and this guy could have 12 or 13 wins if the bullpen hadn't given it up for him a couple of times. So Max goes into that category. But I'll tell you, Alexa, right now, I'd have a hard time figuring out, whether it's Bryce, who's got 20 homers and 64 RBIs, Ryan Zimmerman, who has 19 and 62, or Daniel Murphy, who's leading the league in hitting in the 340 range with 14 and 60. I mean, these three guys are so good, it's hard to pick between any of them. And if I had to right now, just from a clutch standpoint, it would probably be Murphy. Maybe not the attractive pick among those three, but Murph's hitting over 400 with runners in scoring position. And then I'll be diplomatic, as we always do here in D.C., and call it a tie for second between Bryce and Ryan Zimmerman. Any one of those three guys having an MVP-type year.
Yeah, it's been outstanding, and it's fun to see. As not a fan of the Nationals, I still love watching the way they go through that lineup and manufacture runs or just simply blast the ball over the wall. So I know.
And the other thing, Michael, too, is that we lost Adam Eaton after 1 month. Right. We just lost Trey Turner about a week and a half ago. Those guys are engines that make an offense go. And when we had those two guys, and they were flip-flopped a little bit by Dusty early in the season, when they were batting leadoff in second, and sometimes against the left-hander, Trey would lead off. Against the right-hander, Adam, the left-handed batter, would lead off. This offense was cooking, man. I mean, they were like a well-oiled machine. We'll get Turner back in the next month, 5-6 weeks or so, and then the Nats can make that run down the stretch. But, injuries can get in the way of this sort of thing, and I think we're going to feel the absence of Trey Turner over the next month and a half.
Well, fortunately, there's that cushion that you have already in atop the NL East.
Yes.
But, I think some big things are happening for this team in October.